So here we go. Hello, everybody. This is Avana Intuitive here with Terri Soma. We are starting a new show called Conversations and Questions with Avana Intuitive and Terri Soma. We're here. We're going to answer questions, current event questions, political questions, whatever seems to be, out there in the politics and out there on our minds. We thought we'd get together and do this show and answer some questions that are pertinent that, that are on your mind. So if you're ready, I'm ready, and we can get started with the first question.
Okay. Let me see. The first question it looks like that we have is, what is the future of Roe versus Wade?
All right, let's go. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That certainly has been something that's been in the news the last few days, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I pulled my cards. I'm ready to go if you're okay with that.
Yep, go ahead.
All right. Well, the first card I got was the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups representing the smug merchant. I think people were going along, maybe not feeling extremely happy about how things are with Roe versus Wade, but feeling okay and moving along with it. However, my challenge card, my obstacle card, is the Nine of Pentacles. Isn't it interesting that I got a woman here, a woman that represents abundance and good health, and she's self-made, and she not only has abundance, but she has enough abundance to not only to keep some for herself, which is over here, this pile, but to also give some away. But that's our challenge card, isn't it? That maybe we are not feeling as abundant as women as we can be, especially with this new, with this new Roe versus Wade issue that has hit the airwaves here. However, my outcome card is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups actually representing family, happy family, and also a family that has chosen to be happy. This family goes through, whatever issues that any family goes through, but they choose to be happy. They choose to have gratitude. They choose to, see the best of things. And so this to me is representing a good outcome for, I would say, for families and for women wanting to, have a pro-choice, outcome for this. I think it's really, although I'm getting the feeling short term, we're going to have some choppy waters. I do believe that, with these cards, that the outcome ultimately will be really a happy family, a happy outcome. And I also pulled one more card as a clarifier card, and this is the Six of Swords. This card is representing moving from choppy waters to smoother waters. So all I think in the next few months, there was going to be maybe some fighting, some people, that are clearly upset, that are, out there doing, certainly making their feelings known on both sides of the issue. I think we're going to be moving to smoother waters, and I think we're actually it's forcing the issue to be looked at, and I think we're going to end up being just fine with that. Maybe actually even having a better outcome than what we have now.
All right, great reading on that.
Thank you.
Okay, what I had drawn, I drew 3 cards out of the Tarot with Keywords by Lynn Boyle. And I seem to resonate with those a little bit more, too, because it also gives the words on there. And the first one is Two of Wands. I don't know if you can see that there. And what that...
Oops. Maybe you could just... Yep, there you go. Yep.
Okay, and as far as with that one, achieving the first stage, as far as with that, I believe as far as with this one is that they are... Well, as far as accomplishing the overturning the ruling, then I believe as far as in the future planning, so as it's getting to where it's coming to be overcoming obstacles. Okay. Yeah. So, and the second card that I had drawn is the Devil in reverse. So when these types of cards are drawn, they do give you information as far as if it's in the reverse position. So I did take it in the reverse position. And it's detached, breaking free, and power reclaimed. So there's, as far as the two individuals on the side there, they're, in chains, basically, as far as being detached from a situation. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then with the third card is King of Pentacles. And with that one is control and power. Okay. So as far as with that, it also has too the finance and business agreements that are being made and drawn with this one, and it has on their money talks. So there's a lot of it's not just necessarily a situation too that people are just bringing this up out of nowhere. It's there's money influencing all of this.
Oh yeah, I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm. So but then I went ahead and had drawn out of the Akashic Tarot deck by Kingler and Taylor, and this one is the lightning bolt. A lot of charged energy with this one on basically on both sides. So I think that as far as with the situation, it's describing it very well with what's going on currently. And as far as with that last card, the King of Pentacles, it's going to, as far as a ruling for it ending up, they may go ahead because of the securing the financial backing and so forth. I hate to say it, but they may go ahead and do something as far as overturning it. But I think it's going to be such a lightning bolt that it won't last for long. Justice prevail, as far as, since this has been a situation, back in the 60s, 70s, as far as with the rulings, as far as being with that law in place, as far as bringing it to the forefront now, it's just too much of a lightning bolt that it's not going to go away. I have a feeling if it does go through, it will be overturned again. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to wake up. That lightning bolt's going to wake. It has woken up a lot of people.
Exactly.
And I think actually it's kind of in a way a good thing, so that it can really get a good look at it and hopefully put it to bed. Put it to rest. Put this issue to rest. But I wanted to show you my bottom of the deck. I also got the Two of Wands, like you got. At the beginning there. So I just wanted to point that out. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Right. How much it coincides, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Our next question is: automatic writing safe?
Automatic writing.
Let's see. Terri, I'm ready. If you don't mind, I'll get started.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. The first card I get is the Queen of Swords. This card represents truth. It's a feminine energy, and it's also about communication. It's the swords represent air, represent communication, and really speaking one's truth. And I think it's kind of interesting because I think that I'm getting the feeling that this is kind of your spirit guide speaking truth to you, through automatic writing. So that's the first card that I get. The second card that I get is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is saying that the challenge of this is maybe having if you're a little bit on the conservative side, you may not think that it works, or it's safe, or if it's a good idea. So the challenge is feeling a little bit, of restriction, holding tight to your beliefs that maybe say that this isn't, a safe thing to do. And the outcome, though, I actually have a couple cards. But the next card I pulled was the Devil, which also shows restriction. but these people have chains around their necks. However, they can lift those chains easily off and not be restricted anymore. So I'm taking this that if you're feeling restricted in maybe communicating or getting communication from your spirit guides, the automatic writing may be a way that you can kind of lift those chains off and get some clear communication. In addition, I got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles shows stability and reliability. I think that once you get started with automatic writing, it's not only safe, but you're going to get stable, reliable messages once you start doing it and practicing with it. And the last card that I got is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups also, representing emotion and communication and seeing eye to eye. And I really believe that this is almost like your spirit guide speaking through you through automatic writing. There's nothing here that tells me that automatic writing is unsafe. I think it's actually a nice way to connect with with your higher self, with your spirit guides, and get clear messages and messages that help to illuminate, what your next steps can be, or how you feel, or things that are important to you moving forward. So from this read, is automatic writing safe? I would say yes, and I would say it's also quite accurate, especially as you practice it and you get into it and you practice it. One other thing, though, that I would like to say is before you do any of this, you do want to make sure that you ground yourself and protect yourself, just like when you do any of these kinds of things. So I think that's a part of it. But is it safe? Yes, I would say it is.
Oh, great. All right. So what I had drawn for the first one is the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. And it is in reverse, but as far as with the, it's more of like an ambition, as far as with that, in the reverse position. Lack of focus, if you don't have the focus, that may be something that you can go ahead and try to bring information through. So as far as with that one is the first card. The second card is the Moon. Okay. And with that one, as far as with an illusion that you can bring to light, as far as with the automatic writing, the sensitivity, the imagination, the dreams, the subconscious, bringing forth, the intuition that can help you even really hone in even on your own intuition and abilities. That's just another aspect of using it. Okay. And then the third card I had drawn is the Six of Pentacles. And that one, it's more or less the clarity, as far as that you want to focus on that in the reversed position then too. Okay. And then the fourth one that I had drawn out of the other deck, the Akashic Tarot deck, is the Waterfall.
Beautiful.
So yeah, as far as
that's like the communication coming like right down from heaven.
Yes.
Wow.
So I love the card for that one. So yeah, you wouldn't think that would have any connection with it, but you think of the way that water moves, and it's just another way of information to flow to you and through you so that you can get it out with that automatic writing. Again, it's just another definition of a tool that will help you gain further information. And of course, like you explained though too, as doing that protection, making sure that you're receiving that information through the connection that you are trying to pull that information from. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, very nice. Before we move on to the next question, I just wanted to take a moment to say, if anybody wants to reach me, I'm at avanaintuitive.com. I do readings by Zoom, and I also do email readings. So you can email me questions that I can pull tarot cards, and I'll send out, write up a tarot reading for you. I think it's sometimes helpful if you can't maybe call on the phone or you don't have Zoom. So avanaintuitive.com if you're interested. But go ahead. If we get to the...
Oh, sure. I was just going to say then too, if anybody needs a reading then too, I'm also available for sessions, and I do mine by Zoom. I like the connection with being able to converse with the persons that way with my sessions. And then also too with how you can reach me to make an appointment is at somahealingarts.com. And you'll find the information too in the drop down boxes for the.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see. So let's see what the next question is. And that would be, what is going to happen with Twitter and Elon Musk?
Okay, let's another pertinent current event
Yes.
going on here. Very busy current event time right now.
Okay. Yeah. So what is going on? What is going to happen between Twitter and with Musk in charge, Elon Musk in charge?
I'm ready to go.
Go ahead.
The first card that I pulled is the Queen of Pentacles. I got the feeling that this is kind of how Twitter is right now. It's conservative. It's sitting there. It's moving along. No real issues. The challenge is, of course, the Page of Swords comes in, which is to me representing Elon Musk. He comes in. He's swords represent communication. He's stirring things up. Oftentimes, this card represents a lawsuit. So I think that we may certainly see, things going through the legal system. And I think that's the case anyway, as far as what he's doing, how he took over, whatever, all those business things that go on behind the scenes. There may be lawsuits or maybe some time in court trying to explain things, as to how they're moving forward. The outcome, I kind of see a stinky fish message, kind of like, be careful really how he's going to handle things. Maybe not, I don't think people are going to be as happy with the way it turns out as maybe he's making it sound. I think it's stinky fish message, kind of a message that an outcome that people maybe just aren't going to be so happy with, that maybe they feel that they were sold something or told something that really doesn't end up happening. I then got the Fool card, and I'm not taking this as a leap of faith. I'm taking this as maybe somebody acting foolish, just kind of taking it very literally, that it's just kind of the fool, acting the fool, moving in and doing something that maybe he wasn't ready to do or properly prepared to do. And I again then get the King of Swords. The King of Swords in this case to me represents, actually I got the King of Swords and the Emperor, both to me representing government, officials. I just think that things are going to be tied up quite a bit moving forward. Let's see what's going to happen. I don't know if ultimately he's going to be so happy with things, how things turn out. Not that he won't move forward, not that he won't make some changes, but I think that he and actually Twitter users and maybe the stockholders, if he takes it private, there won't be any stockholders. But I just don't think, I think there's going to be a lot of government interaction with this, a lot of some lawsuits, a lot of people looking into it. And I just don't think, the words that I heard in my head is, it's just not going to be as much fun as he thought it was going to be to go through this whole process. So I think he's going to step back and maybe end up just getting out of it a few years down the road, but maybe just getting out of the whole thing and just not having as much fun as he thought he was going to have.
Right. Okay. All right. So the first card that I had drawn is the High Priestess. So with that one, what I'm picking up is more or less kind of taking the information, the wisdom, as far as what's going on with the company itself, and contemplation. They're really reviewing, is this really, the way that the company should have gone, as far as to having him take over as far as purchasing the company. And also too, then Six of Cups. Okay. And innocence, the children. Is this just a toy, kind of situation that he's
right
with? the innocence of the nostalgia of it being Twitter,
Yeah.
is it just a game, that he's playing with? So as far as with that, then the third card then is 10 of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So as far as then it comes into the burdens and the responsibilities
Right.
and the communication that's going on. And it's going to be hard work.
Yeah.
So it is going to be that responsibility that's really standing out there. And he's, as far as needing to have the help.
Right.
It's not going to be just something he's doing by himself.
Right.
So, okay. So, and then that I drawn from the other card then too, initiation and the Count of Saint Germain. So standing in front of all these other people, as far as he's got to maybe answer to still. It's not just like, it's my company, I'm going to do what I want to. So there might be, as far as even some other backing that he's got to still be discussing with other people.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I totally agree with that. I just don't think he's going to have as much fun as he thought he was.
Yeah. Okay. So that was that one. All right.
So let's see. Our fourth question here, I have, will Governor Kim Reynolds of Iowa be held accountable in some way for spending COVID money inappropriately? This is a totally cold read for me. I have no idea who Governor Kim Reynolds is, or what. I mean, I can obviously see from the question what it's about. So let's see what we get.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
All right. All right. So this is something I am very well versed on because I am from the state. And yeah, so as far as with the funds that have been, dispersed inappropriately, yes, as far as finding out if she will be held accountable for using them inappropriately.
Mm-hmm.
Very good question. Okay. Okay, so
I'm actually.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead, because I'm taking a look at all this.
I have 7 of Swords in reverse for the first card. So as far as trying to break free from the controversy that it's been accumulating, as far as with the avoidance of arguments, but it's not going to go away. It's going to be a situation that she's going to have to answer to as far as what's reflective in the past situation coming forward. And then the second card is Ace of Swords in reverse.
Oh.
Okay, so that's creating confusion, misuse of powers right on there. Wow.
You can't make it up.
No, it's like, whoa, okay. So then as far as, so that definitely resonates with that one. And then the third one is in reverse also, 9 of Wands. Okay, and that one is obstacles. Starting to get a little paranoid and careless with what's going on with the situation too. So I do have a feeling that the information is going to be taken care of eventually. It looks like it may be, as far as it may take a while, but I think as far as with what the cards are showing us, that it will be, come to the forefront to be taken care of. And then the other card then too is the Divine Physician. So as far as then, I think basically healing the situation to rectify it is what I'm getting. So
yeah,
that's what
All
I have.
right. Well, the first card I pulled was the Hierophant. This represents government and conservative government, following the rules, keeping on the right path, and just having really the rules that following the rules that government is known to have. So they're looking at her. Let's put it that way. That whoever's investigating or looking at this, they're there and they're looking into it. the challenge I get is having faith in her and having faith in how she's running things. Um, so that I just, she's kind of maybe acted the fool in this situation, and people are losing faith in how she's and how she's going forward. Um, the outcome then is change, moving, some kind of change coming in. I don't know if it's more of a change with leadership. Maybe she, doesn't get reelected, or maybe she has to, make amends and pay the money back, not personally, but, through the state or whatever. But yeah, definitely change coming through. And she's feeling stabbed in the back. People maybe told her things that she felt she was following the rules, maybe, or she felt she was doing the right thing. I don't know. But now she may find that she is being stabbed in the back by people that she trusted, or a situation that she trusted, or whatever. She's feeling, though, that nobody has her back, and she's feeling stabbed in the back. I feel like there is a decision coming up. They're going to make some type of decision, obviously, on, should she be held accountable in that. Once that decision comes into play, it's going to be quick. It's going to be a quick decision. But I kind of see her walking away, maybe from her position, or not getting reelected. See her walking away. And I see that being an end to the current situation. So whatever the phase is going to end. And as she moves forward, she either will not run again, or she will, the money will need to be paid back, or whatever. I do see, though, some level of accountability here. Do I see anything illegal or anything like that, going to jail? No, I don't feel that. I don't see that. But I do see that it will be, there will be she will be held accountable to some level. And that whether that's through the state taking some type of action, or whether her not running again, or running and not being reelected. At some point, this phase will end. So that's what I see.
All right. Okay. Wonderful read on those. Okay. So the next one is, will the fires be contained soon in New Mexico?
Okay. All right, I'll get started. The first card that I got was the Three of Swords. Obviously, broken heart. Obviously, a lot of devastation. People are really having a hard time of it out there, and this card represents that. The obstacle is basically moving forward, speaking your truth, getting things taken care of. That's right now a challenge. Things are not being taken care of, and the outcome is kind of a ruthless battle. And that's exactly, I believe, what they're having out there in New Mexico, is a ruthless battle with these fires. And there's no winner when you have a ruthless battle. At least that's how I look at it. But while they are not happy right now with all their choices, this is a card of apathy, and this man is sitting here, and he's not happy with the choices in front of him. However, I think the spirit universe has an option coming up. They'll think of something, or they'll work. There's something that's going to kick in that will certainly change the tide of things. And when that happens, people, they'll be riding in like the leader who has won the war. This is actually like the leader riding into the city, or where he's from. And so that city, that area, that region, there's going to be something that kicks in that really does solve this problem, and also leads to abundance, and really the skilled community. I see the community coming together and really working together to solve this. Will they be contained soon? I'm going to say maybe not as soon as people would like, but once this idea kicks in, or once this community work kicks in, it will speed up. There's no doubt about that. But will it be soon? Probably not as soon as everybody would like. And I don't know exactly on a timeline, but I just don't think it's going to be as soon as everyone would like. But they will get contained eventually, no doubt. And when they do, again, there will be this good leadership. This good leadership will help that, and there will be a really a nice feeling of abundance. But it'll be a while.
Okay. All right, great. All right, the first one I have is Two of Cups. Okay, what I'm picking up on that one with people coming together as far as that, but it's help that's given and received, so they're going to have to work at it. Okay, and then the second card is Eight of Pentacles, and with that one in reverse is I'm seeing that as far as it's going to be tedious work. It's going to take a while as far as with that, but because as far as with the lack of opportunity, because the fires are so strong that it's as far as the tedious work will prevail for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
The third card then is the Hanged Man in reverse, and what I'm picking up on with that one is the delay. So again, it's going to take a while.
Yeah. Kind of being held in place. Yeah.
And then the fourth card then to the Queen of Scrolls, but I see as far as it being having to be planned out, people coming together as far as with the looks like not only with the scroll makes it more look like a waterfall kind of as far as with that. So I do see as far as tampering it down, watering down the situation and to be taken care of. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a beautiful card.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I've got on the fires.
All right. The next question I have, will Sean Hannity face consequences for his January 6th tax? Will Sean Hannity face consequences for his January 6th tax?
Okay. I've got mine if you want me to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have the first one is Three of Pentacles in reverse. And as far as with that particular situation is the poor performance. So as far as with the information being sent and received with the text messages on that particular day. So let's move on to the second card is Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. And that one is release and freedom. So as far as that one, it's releasing freedom is basically kind of indicating that that's what was going on of the January 6th information. And knowing the way forward, they were communicating of what they were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as the third card then is the Moon, the outcome, what, as far as his consequences. There's a little bit of illusion that they're trying to play on that, creating a little bit of anxiety and fear, a betrayal, as far as with all of that, then too with the situation, deception, hidden motives. Okay. And then the other card that I had drawn then too is the Ark of the Covenant. And that one, as far as is here's the prize basically inside that tent. You've got two people on the outside trying to converse what's going to go on. How are we going to, handle, guarding this Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So, and I would take that Ark of the Covenant, our freedom,
Yeah, I was going to say our democracy.
Our
Yeah, what a
democracy.
great card to get as like an ending card there. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah. So as far as with that then too is I would take that as far as with the way that the questions asked, as far as facing consequences, that they're going to be conversing how they're going to be moving forward for the consequences that he does have to pay for it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That I see him wanting to move to smoother waters. That he knows. I think he knows in his heart. There's, they've got something on him with this. So I see him wanting to move to smoother waters. His obstacle is, of course, feeling backstabbed. I think he feels people, have backstabbed him and certainly given the information to the government that they need to give. This here is, to me, legal issues coming forward swiftly. A lot of delusion in the whole situation, clearly. Although I was at first thinking this was Sean Hannity, I think this is more of the government looking to see, just kind of, this is kind of, what do I need to prune out? What do I need to follow up on? I think that they're taking a long, hard look at I just saw that these are all text messages. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they're just taking a long, hard look on which ones are we going to use, which ones aren't we going to use, in our case, and which ones do we follow up on. I feel that they are going to come out with that information. They're going to say these are the government's going to say this is what we're following up on, and this is my card for a lawsuit. So I believe that he will be brought to justice. Have some issues in court. So I think he's going to be. Yes, I do think he's going to face consequences for that eventually for those January 6th attacks. I do, and and he's kind of feeling like this right now.
Yeah. Great read on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how they're very similar.
Okay, so the next one looks like, will there ever be a cure for high blood pressure?
All right. I'm ready to go. Okay. The first card I got is the Page of Cups. I think it's kind of, again, the stinky fish message. I think what I'm hearing with this is these are people with high blood pressure. They're kind of like, you know what, this stinks. Having high blood pressure is stinky. For lack of a better way to explain that card. The obstacle is feeling abundance. I mean, when you have high blood pressure, I'm sure, don't feel abundant and while it may not be a very big issue, it's obviously an issue that's out there. So you're feeling, again, maybe not as abundant as you could feel and as healthy and as fertile and things. The outcome being the Five of Pentacles. This is actually a loss of money and a loss of health. However, when I read this card, my eyes are always drawn to these Five Pentacles up here, which represents church. I mean, if these people walk into church, they're going to get warm, they're going to get fed, they're going to, it's just going to be very nice for them. I mean, so what I'm saying is in this particular situation, these Five Pentacles represent really all the research and development that's going on right now to find a cure for high blood pressure. So that is definitely working and going, and moving forward. And also there's the Queen of Cups here. What she sees when she looks into that cup, she manifests what she sees. So as they're working on it with the research and development here, they're working on the research and development here, it is manifesting. They're definitely, they're definitely getting closer and closer. And this card represents kind of watching your ships come in. I really believe that there's going to be a cure. And I actually think I'm getting the feeling that it's not going to be more than a couple of years. And I don't know how they're going to figure that out. That's up to our researchers and our developers and our scientists and that. But they're going to watch their ships come in, and we're going to sit back and say, you know what? I think I'm getting the feeling between 3 to 5 years that yes, there will be a cure and that they're working on it. And it'll be very nice. We will move forward and not have to worry about it.
All right. Great. All right. My first card was Justice in Reverse. So that I'm picking up on with it's all caught up in red tape, with the science behind it, trying to move, forward with trying to find that cure. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, So the second one then too is 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And what I'm picking up with that one is more or less decreased fortune, as far as with these people that have it, the feeling that the disconnect with it, it's like with the high blood pressure itself. And then we have the third card, 10 of Cups in reverse. And that one, just as far as it's going back to the science and the finding the cure for it, the failed relationships that could have, come together to already have taken care of this.
Oh, yeah.
And then as far as then too, what I drew with the other deck then is the karmic trench. Okay. So so
what is that?
It's called the Four of Scrolls. And with that one, what you see as far as this is more of an opening with these, as far as the trenches here. And as far as with then the other field area then too, as far as what what you're going to get out of those trenches. Yeah. So this is, pretty much deeper as far as the trenches than the other side. And I think that one, when you said 3 to 5 years, I was picking up with the 5 with the deeper trenches here. Yeah. That they've got to dig deeper on it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I would say
they'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I agree with the 5. Yeah. With the 5 years.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, the next question I see here is, and unfortunately, I don't remember her name, but what is the outcome for the Alabama corrections officer? Obviously, there was that situation with the corrections officer who took the prisoner to the supposed, I don't know, some type of medical evaluation or something, but then they never showed up. So kind of focusing on her, what is her outcome? Well, let's see.
I believe her name was Vicky White, I believe.
You know what? I think that's exactly what her name is. Yep. So what is the outcome coming up for her? It's been in the news that she had turned in her retirement papers and she was planning to retire, I believe, this Friday. So let's see what her outcome is.
What is the outcome? Okay. I've got mine if you want me to go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Queen of Wands is the first one there. And that one, as far as with that, is a determined woman. It is basically with what she was wanting to move forward with this individual, what he was probably trying to portray, what he could provide for her. with helping him. And then the second card is the Fool in reverse. That one is being careless, foolish, reckless. Being neglectful, irresponsible, gullible. Oh, so. And then the third one is Two of Wands. And that one I'm picking up is right now she might be fearing the unknown, the lack of planning that went into this, the indecisive and holding back as far as what, she should have, actually had, the sense to maybe move forward with what she, should have done instead of what she did. And then too, I get the One of Roses, and it says commitment at the bottom. She was looking at this situation that she was being committed to it, to him and what he was promising her. The One of Roses it's one-sided. Yeah. So unfortunately, that commitment's only how she was looking at it, not the both of them.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, she's going to end up with how I read them together with the foolishness and all of that she will, when I'm taking it that she will be found as far as with that, but the situation at hand, as far as, and I don't even want to, kind of speculate how long that this is going to go on though, because as far as with the reversals of the lack of planning that's going into this right now, with the situation right now, moving forward, it's just so confusing to them as far. Whoops, sorry about that.
That's okay.
And so I'll just leave it at that. She's just kind of regretting her decisions because she knows now what she's done. It's starting to sink in.
Well, the first card I got for her was the Eight of Swords. This is her kind of in bondage and, just stuck in place at the moment, and obviously blindfolded and doesn't look too pleasant, the situation that she's currently found herself in. Her obstacle is juggling around. I think she's trying to figure out how to, how do I get out of this? What's my next step? Just kind of juggling in her head, maybe what she can do. The outcome I get is the Tower card. Obviously, this plan was not built on a strong foundation, and it's most likely crashing down. I also got the Queen of Wands. I think that I think that really deep down inside, she is a very smart lady and she has good intuition, but I think that she did not use it in this particular situation, and she now feels extremely burdened with what she's gotten herself into. The next two cards that I got are Judgment, which is basically a new beginning, and the Death card, which is a new beginning. There we go. So I think a new beginning of, and this is the last card that I picked, a new beginning of the Nine of Wands, where she feels just battle weary. And, I think this change that she's going to experience coming up is just going to just make her feel more battle weary than she is. I just think that it is what it is. And, kind of the foundation fell out from beneath her, and she'll move forward in a whole new, let's say, lifestyle.
Yeah.
Maybe that she wasn't initially anticipating. So.
Right. That's kind of what I was kind of thinking too. It's like I think she just went off the rails there with that one. So
yeah. I mean, it happens. I think looking at the time here, I'm thinking we have time for one more question.
Okay.
So the last question here is, will the United States banking system have any changes to them in the next 5 years? For example, moving to cryptocurrency. So it's focusing on our United States banking system, any changes coming up in the next 5 years. One example being cryptocurrency. So there we go. If you're ready, or if you're okay, I'll get started.
Go ahead.
My first card that I get is the Five of Wands. This card represents learning, training, gossip, bickering, trying to learn how to battle. I think that the banking system is kind of feeling like, well, it's stable. There's no doubt about that. But I think that they know there's a lot of changes actually coming up, and a lot of different. This represents to me like a lot of different viewpoints coming into the mix. I think that it's a very obviously a conservative industry that doesn't like a lot of change, but this card kind of tells me that there's change coming, and they're going to have to start listening to a lot of different voices, a lot of different ideas, a lot of new things coming up. So that's the first card. Their obstacle or challenge is the Three of Cups card. The Three of Cups card representing celebration. I don't think they're going to be feeling exactly celebratory for the next 5 years. I think there's going to again be a lot of work, a lot of things and ideas that they're going to have to take into account. The outcome card I get is this could be people stealing from them. However, I think that this is more of a strategy. They're going to start to sit down and get a new strategy in place to move forward. This gentleman is stealing swords from the enemy camp. That's actually a good strategy, because tomorrow morning they won't have as many swords to fight with. So, he actually has a good strategy here. I think they're going to come up with a good strategy. And I think they're also, through this Queen of Cups card, they're going to manifest a good strategy. They're going to take a lot of different ideas, but they're also going to make sure that their stamp, the word stamp of their conservatism is going to be on it. They're definitely going to have their hand in things, and they're definitely going to be putting laws in place and regulations in place to make sure that, things are stable. Our financial system is stable, while they have a lot of things, kind of in darkness or whatever. By the moonlight, you can't see as well as you can in the sunshine. So while there's still a lot of, things in behind the scenes and in secret, and they're still trying to figure out a lot of things, they have this King of Pentacles, who represents money and represents being conservative with it. So I think that there will be changes. And I also got this Magician card, that there will be a new beginning, but it's going to be, they're all going to be battling through it. But to me, this also even looks just like negotiations. People are going to sit here where they have a lot of different viewpoints. There's a lot of new things going on with the internet and with cryptocurrency and all that, but they're going to work through it. But I think that there's going to be regulations put in place. And again, of course, just speaking about the United States banking system, there will be regulations, and people can continue to feel confident in their banking system. But will there be changes? Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so my first card is Knight of Swords. And that's in reverse, and that is the impatience of it, the can't express the self, learning disability. So there's problems,
Right.
is what I'm picking up on that. And then in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse also. Financial failures. Okay, yeah. There's the disconnect, the decreased fortunes, and poor investments. So so that all has to do with the banking, the money system.
Right.
Exactly. So then the third card is also in reverse, the Three of Wands. Okay, so lack of foresight in planning as far as the delays and unable to complete, overwhelmed by the demands.
Yeah, so, I definitely feel that way. Yeah.
So it's so changes, needing to be looked at to see what they can move forward with. Okay, and then that fourth card that I had drawn from the other deck is Five of Roses. So, and it says the garden. So so making, as far as with the beautiful garden there, is that they're going to be making changes that they're going to have to, and it's going to be a better outcome than what the banking system is made up of right now. And with it being, I would say, since it's all nice and trimmed, it's a trimmed garden, well
Right.
kept.
Yeah.
Well, the upkeep of it, it's going to be more. It's going to be a more fair banking system. Yeah. So so yeah, it'll be upkept.
Yeah.
As far as with
Yeah.
the money system itself. All right,
Yeah.
and that's what I've got.
Well, very
Wonderful.
good. Sounds like we're pretty much on target with all this stuff as
Oh,
far
I
as,
know.
getting the same messages. And
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wonderful readings.
yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yes.
All right. So I think this is the end of our first collaboration. Let me make sure I get our name straight with the conversations and questions with Avana Intuitive and Terri Soma. And please feel free again to check out the description box below and to get more information on how to reach us. And with that, I'm going to say have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.